Today we are talking about characters, and this is a writing lesson, so we want to talk about how to write about characters. So rather than describing a character and saying, the character Bob is mean and angry.
You can also draw it.
That's true. You could draw the character Bob, but if I wanted to show you that Bob was mean and angry, what could I have Bob say or do?
Is Bob a made-up name?
Yes.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
He could play tennis with his friends.
And would he be mean and angry?
And then he used the tennis ball and hit it in a girl's face.
Oh no. So that would be pretty mean, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think, Mirabelle? What could Bob do that would show that he was angry or mean?
Oh, he spilled a cup of milk on the teacher's desk.
That could be it as well. Let's give Mirabelle a chance. Go ahead.
Throw a frisbee at someone's stomach?
Yes, that would be mean, wouldn't it?
What did Mirabelle say?
She said throw a frisbee at someone's stomach.
Oh, that would be very, very.
Great. Yes. So those are examples of ways we can show what the character is like rather than just telling what the character is like. So what we're going to be working on today is
describing characters.
Exactly. Giving detailed descriptions of your character. All right. So I might look over to the side sometimes. That's just because I have my iPad with additional notes. Yes, to make sure I don't skip over anything. So if you see me looking over there, it's just that's where my iPad lives.
Are you on the comfy chair?
I'm not on the comfy chair today. I sit in a wooden chair, Mirabelle. That's what Adeline was asking about. Dun, da, 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 da. But sometimes I get to sit in the comfy chair. Okay, it looks like Mirabelle has a comfy chair. All right, so this is page 3, here's the learning objective. So the way that we're going to be talking about character description is by exploring the use of showing and telling.
Show, tell, don't tell, whatever it's called. Don't show, don't tell.
Yeah, that's it. And we're going to be looking at some of these things: verbs, adjectives, adverbs, similes, and metaphors. Do you know what a simile and metaphor is?
Yes.
Do you too? Do you know, Mirabelle?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Can anyone think of an example?
I know. For a simile, she was as fast as a cheetah.
Ooh, good one. Yes, he was as fast as a cheetah. That must be very fast. Good heavens. Can you think of one, Adeline?
The doctor was as grumpy as a gorilla.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to see that doctor. Yeah, great. So similes, you guys already know what they are. It's when you compare two different things that would normally not be compared, and you use the word like or as. And
like a diagram, whatever you call it. A Venn diagram.
Oh, yeah, you could. You could come up with a simile based on a Venn diagram.
A simile is like a Venn diagram.
I've never thought of it like that. So Mirabelle, do you remember, have you ever talked about Venn diagrams?
Yeah.
Great.
We did Venn diagrams in grade 1.
Okay, very good. And are you in grade 3, Mirabelle?
Yep.
Okay, great. That's what I thought. All right, so you are a master of Venn diagrams then, if you did them back in grade 1. All right, so would anyone like to read?
Adeline.
Okay, Adeline, go for it.
The example.
Yeah, so I'll read the top part and then you can read the example. So it says, show, don't tell. One way of making your writing more interesting is to show rather than tell. Adeline, our example, please.
Example. David was in a furious temper. David stomped to his desk, spilling coffee as he went. Pushing past a group of people, he threw himself into his chair. With one sweep of his hand, he cleared his desk and growled at the nearest secretary.
Secretary. Yes.
I know what's I now know from the example what show don't tell me. It means like from the text you didn't tell what he's for the example it's you told what the character felt, but for the second one you didn't tell and you just described him.
Right, exactly. Very good, Adeline. So following up on what you said, do you see either furious or temper in this example?
Yeah.
Does it use the word exactly, furious or temper?
No, it describes.
Right, yeah, so they didn't use those words. They're great words, but you don't always have to just use the word. You can show how the word would be. All right, so now we have a challenge. Here's our task. Rewrite the statements below so that you are showing, not telling, the reader how these characters are feeling. So on your piece of paper, you can either just write it right below where you were, or skip some space, doesn't matter, or just write it directly here if you want. Think about how you can do the same thing they did up here, but for she was frightened and he was unhappy. And here's a little reminder, remember to use interesting verbs, doing words or being words, like walk and feel. Adverbs, those can add information to the verb. Adjectives.
We start writing.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going over reminders. So describing words, you can use adjectives. Ooh, and then the challenge is, can you include a simile or metaphor? Go! Oh, good. Okay. Would anyone like to share what they wrote? Okay, Adeline, sure. You can go first.
She was frightened. She opened her mouth as big as a hippo, and her hands were trembling, and she was breathing fast. She was unhappy. He threw his bag on the floor and not talked to anyone, and stomped upstairs and started to cry as loud as a monkey.
Wow. Okay. Very good. Mirabelle, did you hear Adeline's similes? Do you remember what she said for the simile?
She said something about a hippo and in the other one a monkey.
Yes, very good. I think it was she opened her mouth as wide as a hippo. Was that to scream, Adeline?
No, like very frightened, like very surprised.
Like, like that?
Yes.
Okay, clear. Great. All right, Mirabelle, could you go, please?
Okay. A novel time. She was frightened. She opened her eyes wide as she clung onto a chair for dear life. She shrank into a small ball as her teeth chattered. Her palms were sweaty and she felt she couldn't hold on for any longer. And he was unhappy. He stomped and crossed his arms. He pressed his lips and sobbed at a wall.
Really good. Good work, Mirabelle. I really liked your frightened one. I was just right there with that frightened girl. Great. All right. Very good work, you guys. So moving right along. This lesson, as I've been saying, we'll practice showing information, which you guys so beautifully did, about our character. In order to do that, we need to create a character.
Okay.
So, yes, it's exciting, isn't it? So, readers can infer or deduce, a bit like a detective, information about the character. A reader can infer or work out what a character is like from all of these different things.
Age, personality, appearance, interaction with other characters, likes and dislikes, name.
Yep. So I think we have later on in our packet, fill in your creating a character sheet. Let's see.
Yes, it's on
page 10.
Yes, on page 10. And what's the other booklet?
Create a character here. You are recommended to finish. All right. Okay. Yeah. So we'll first start with page 10 and then go back to page 9. So here is page 10. Do you guys have page 10 with you?
Is it on the character description?
Yeah, so it's after character description. So we're starting with the creating the character one. And then you guys have that in front of you, and I'll just display this one. All right.
Ding! I have a question.
Okay, I see. Yes.
So for the creating a character, can we copy it from another book?
Good question. I would say come up with your own character.
Can it be like it?
If you want to take part of a character, you can, but it's good to think of your own as well.
And for what is their build mean?
Build, yes. So it's kind of a funny expression. What is their build? It refers to, like, are they skinny or overweight, strong, muscly?
Normal.
Yeah. So if they were like really, really sporty, they played a lot of sport, you could say they were athletic. Yeah.
Can we draw it? What is what is their relationship statute?
Status. So that would be like if you're making an adult character, that's just asking, like, is this adult married? Is this adult? Is it an older character?
What if it's a kid?
Then you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Do they have?
Yeah, so sometimes some of these questions, when you think about them, it's not going to apply. Like, do they have a job? Like, generally kids don't have a job. I don't know. Maybe Mirabelle has a job. I didn't ask. Do you have a job, Mirabelle?
No. Well, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is it?
To learn.
Oh, perfect. I love it. Yes, Mirabelle's job is to learn. That is the job of a student. Great. So you could put that down if your character is a student. Yes, to learn.
Mine's a horse riding one.
Adeline, you look like you're underwater. Okay, so you guys can take a few minutes to think about your character and answer these questions. Now let's go back. So what have you guys answered so far with your creating a character?
Can I skip the what is the relationship status?
Yes, that's fine. You can cross that out if it doesn't apply. If it's a
what
young
does it
character.
actually mean again?
So relationship status, that would be what is the condition of your relationship. And usually when it's said in this way, it's asking about a partner or a significant other. So the status of it.
Like a friend?
It could be. It could be. You could also talk about, like, if your character has a close friend and they're currently fighting, you could say character is fighting with close friend.
Why does it say what shape is their face?
I think that question is just to make you picture them in your mind, and potentially while you're describing the character, there might be an instance where you would talk about their face. Yes, Adeline?
Whether do they have a job? Is it the relationship? What does the they mean? Is it like hundreds of people or just one person?
Oh, no, just one person. So when you use pronouns, sometimes you can say their, or you could say like his, hers. So I think when this was being put together, rather than using his, hers all over the place, you just wrote there. So how old are they? How old is she? How old is he?
No, I have a parent.
Yeah, so Mirabelle, with the face thing, like, if I wanted to explain how happy my character was and they had a round face, I could say, like, their round face lit up with a giant smile. Great. Mirabelle, what was the name of your character?
Alexa.
Alexa, lovely. And can you share with us something about Alexa?
Her biggest fear is talking in front of an audience.
Ah, I totally get that.
Can I share something?
Yes. So what's your character's name, Adeline?
Boston.
Boston, right. The boss baby called Boston. Good.
I want to share hobbies.
Okay.
Bossing the country in Melbourne.
All right. Very good. Okay. How old is your character, Alexa? Mirabelle?
9.
Oh, Alexa's 9. Great.
I'm 3.5.
Is there a space for the age? Oh, yeah. How old are they? Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go back to this one. We're taking up... Sorry, what, Adeline?
Can we do the drawing?
We're going to pause the drawing for a second and look at this character. So we're taking a break from your character to look at another one. So this is a character from The Golden Compass. Are either of you familiar with that? Neither am I. I'm wondering if it's a book or a movie or both. You know what? I'm just going to look in Safari quickly. All right. So this is a very strong description, and we can see how it not only talks about what he looks like, it also
his talents. His talents.
Yeah. And what do you think about this character based on his description?
He doesn't really born like a normal person. He's very like wild. Like he doesn't really have a good family, I think.
So you get the impression that he might be all alone?
Yeah. Oh. And he lives with animals, wild animals.
Could be. Yeah, because it talks about how his face was one to be dominated by or to fight, not one to patronize or pity.
He looks very healthy.
What does it make? Yeah, could be. Mirabelle, what do you think about the character based on this description?
He would be fierce when he talks, like he won't be kind towards other people.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. Anything else?
He mostly is nice to animals.
Maybe.
Because his life is mostly about animals. So if you're more with that thing, and then you're not really more than other people.
Yes, that could be. So it doesn't actually say about anything about his interaction with animals other than he is similar to a wild animal. But then when we look at this picture, then you could maybe start saying something about his relationships with animals, because I mean, I think if you saw a cheetah or a leopard in the wild, it wouldn't let you just stand next to it.
Why does it have the word compass?
The Golden Compass, that's just the title. Okay, cool. So I think we've done enough with that one. And, all right, wait, let me just see. Oh, this is just the same thing again. Okay, so now what we're going to do is write a paragraph about your character entering a room. And it can be whatever room makes sense, whether it's a classroom, an office, a living room. And then your description should give the reader a clear idea of what the character is like. So things that you should include. Adeline, could you read?
Okay, verbs. How they enter. Do they shuffle, stride, skip, etc. More. Adverbs. How they move. Confidently, cautiously, briskly. Or similes. Could you compare them to an animal? How could you compare their eyes, hair, smile to? Metaphors. E.g. His hands were flat spiders. She had a heart of stone. E.g. small shifty eyes and indicate.
Oh, so that's what are their facial features like?
Yes. Their secretive rotten teeth must suggest they negligate themselves.
Neglect? Neglect.
What are they wearing? Style clothes and highly colored.
Adeline, you sound so excited about it. All right. So those are the things you can think about, and a reminder, of course, to show, not tell. So for this part, we're going to go to, it was the page before the creating character page. So now page 9.
I don't really have a page number today. My dad.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Wait, my one's before that.
So it says guided practice 1 at the top. Do you have that one?
Yeah, but it's before creating a character.
Yes, it is before. All right, so with this one, you can draw a picture, but we'll give you time to work on the picture at home, so you can take as long or short of time on that as you want. What I want you to do right now is write the sentences about your character entering the room. And here are some additional words that you can use if you would like. I also have, let me just check. I have, what we're going to go on to next is
a picture.
Yes. So the purpose of this one is to use your description and make the picture kind of based on the description.
But I thought it was for the character description square.
The what now? Sorry?
I thought you had to do it for the character description one.
Show me what you mean.
I thought you had to, so see this square?
Oh, right, yes. You could have the picture there. So Adeline, for you, since yours is shaped differently, you could draw it there. And then you can look on here for these sorts of questions, because these questions or prompts are to help you think about how you're going to draw your character. So it says, try using pictures from magazines and books to inspire you. So with this one, I also might have you complete it for homework.
Oh, so we don't get any drawing.
We could work on it for just a few minutes.
Okay. Maybe I can do a zoom in. Maybe.
You could. Yeah, sure. And you can see the other questions, like, or the prompting sentences, like it says, think about how you could draw your character's facial expression to get their personality across.
I did a little note that said he is zoomed in.
Okay, perfect.
So brown straight hair. He is very neat.
So I think the facial expression is important to think about, because I know for me, when I'm just walking around in life and I see a person who has a big smile on their face, I sort of just think that, wow, they must be a happy person, or they seem like a kind person. And I'm just basing that on what their face looks like, their facial expression. So you can show a lot with how someone's face looks.
Well, it looks like a girl. Can I change it into a girl?
I don't know, Adeline. I think you've already written it for a boy.
Yeah. Can I draw his sister?
Just erase something if you don't like it.
I mean, okay, I'll just draw a boy. I'm bad at drawing boy, that's all.
That's okay.
This is his hair.
Oh, that's fine. That's very clear. Brown hair, perfect.
He has brown straight hair. He is very neat. He does not like being messy.
Yeah, it looks like from your drawing that it was like parted down the center, like a clean, just part.
That's why he is neat and infused.
That's great. I love that you're thinking about his personality and preferences and how you're going to draw that. That's great. So yeah, you can also, we were just talking about the hairstyle of Adeline's, what was his name? Boss. I keep forgetting his name. Bosson. I was going to say like Bossino.
His sister is Bossina.
Oh, right. Okay. Bossina.
She is kind of like, she works, remember the next door cafe?
No.
In my description.
Oh, yes.
Her sister works there.
Okay. So you can think about the clothes or anything extra that your character might have.
This person's naked.
Well, you could put clothes on them.
Can you draw your character?
I could start. My character is very sad looking. Triangle face.
Does this look like an angry person?
Ooh, Adeline, yes. I would try to do the eyebrows a bit more like this. This generally gives an angry effect.
How do I rub it out? Because I just use pencil.
Oh, then just go with it. It's all right.
Okay, I can rub it out. This.
Yes, 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 yes. He looks angry.
He does have brown hair. He's very fat. This person does not really look fat. Okay, I'll just draw him fat or something.
Okay.
Stop it, Abby. She's saying something about lollies.
Oh.
The puzzle has lollies in it.
That's so funny.
Oh, I know.
Oops.
Look, I did some explosion.
Oh, wow. That really gets the point across, doesn't it?
I might not want to do explosions.
Debbie Downer's looking super sad, you guys. Here's her hair.
What's that thingy-majiggy?
That's her head. Her head isn't the same shape as the one. She has a triangle-shaped head.
Oh. Okay. What about her nose?
Her nose is running.
Maybe you should use green.
I could. This is her hair. Her hair. She never washes her hair.
Oh my god!
Debbie Downer. She's a real downer. Have you heard the expression downer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it means like if someone's it's kind of it's a bit of like slang casual speech. If someone's a downer, that means they're really like
Down.
sad. Debbie Downer.
I don't have any colors.
Oh, that's okay.
I can send some colored pencils to you.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I have any colors.
It's hard to see.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I can make. Hold on, I can stop sharing my screen. Oh yeah, I can kind of see it. It's a bit blurry, but I'm sure it looks amazing. I feel like in my mind, Mirabelle, I feel like your character would be holding like a magnifying glass or something, or like it has glasses so that they can look closely. But that's just
like a notebook.
Oh, good. Yes, nice one. You could definitely give your character a notebook.
I'm gonna draw a magnifying glass as well.
Yes, so good. Yeah, so that would qualify as an accessory. What screen am I sharing? Am I sharing a screen?
Oh, she's so damn.
Okay, cool. I have this back. So
at school, we don't want to know everybody that we have free time. So we say very hard work instead of free time.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Do you like my person?
Oh, yes, it's so good. Is that a tie?
Look at inside his tie. It has angry faces.
Oh my God, it's perfect. That's so good. Okay, so we just have 5 minutes left. So I want to pause your drawing and we're going to go through the remaining sheets together and we'll talk about how you can work on them for homework. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you can keep working on the drawing for homework, and then the next page says creating characters. So these are going to be some of the same questions as before, which is okay. Now you've had some time to actually write a description, so you might have a different answer now. So
we can make another character.
Well, no, for this page, I want you to keep going with your current character. And then...
But it is the same questions.
What is your character like? Well, it's really your opportunity to practice using show, not tell in like shorter versions as well in your question answers too. So I want you to keep the same character. You will get to work on another one later, so don't worry. So that's what you can do.
My mom's gonna freak out when I want to do a bossy one.
Really? That's funny. It doesn't mean anything. That's just what you chose today. Okay. So you can answer those questions again and really be creative with it. You know, you can use some of the stuff we talked about.
I'm doing boss and sister for the second character.
Okay. So then there's a question. This one's different. Do other characters in your story get on, like get along with this character? Why or why not? Does your character have a special talent? What is it? And this is again asking what your character looks like. So you can have another go at that one. And then we move on to a dragon. So with this one, you can use all the same things that we talked about before. So adverbs, adjectives, similes, metaphors, show, not tell.
I do this class. I'm in the ocean now.
Oh, yes, you are. So you have several pages with this dragon. And what you can do... So you have three. You actually have three different tries to describe the dragon, Aristar the dragon. And what you can do is you can create the dragon in three different ways. So maybe you choose the first dragon to be very kind. And maybe the second dragon you think, oh, now I want to make a mean dragon. And then maybe the third dragon, I don't know, you can choose. And when you change the dragon, like if I wanted to turn this into a mean dragon, I could add something.
Like, can we add something to the dragon?
Yes, exactly. So if I wanted to make this one a mean one, I would draw like angry eyebrows and maybe some flames coming out. And then maybe I would sort of just draw over the top like his arms. They wouldn't look like that. He wouldn't be thinking. Like this one looks like he's going to be thinking about something. I want to do a
cute one.
You can make a cute one.
Can we redraw the dragon?
Yes, if you want. Like if you find it too challenging to make edits to this one, then sure, just redraw it. That's
I'm
fine.
in Candyland.
Yes, you are. Great. All right, so you have three different tries with Aristar the dragon. And then let's see. So this is adjective practice. You're just finding the adjectives, and it's just like the exercise we did before. You can think about how to show, not tell, that the cat is pretty, for instance. That's what you do in this section down here. And then this is another finding adjectives activity. I think, is it the same? Oh, it's slightly different. Yep. And then here's the third try with the same general ideas. So each one starts about a cat.
So is it all the same or different?
There are differences.
Okay, so they're all about a cat.
Well, so there are three ones in a row. Just like we had three dragon ones, we have three that are all about adjectives. And so like in the first one, number one is the cat had pretty eyes. In the second one, number one, the cat had beautiful green eyes. And in the third one, number 1, oh wait, where did it go? Oh yeah, sorry, I messed up. So the first one, the cat is pretty. Then the cat has pretty eyes. Then the cat has beautiful green eyes. So it's getting more detail as you go. So what you're doing is you're finding the adjectives and then you get the option to rewrite the sentence.
My screen has exploded.
Oh dear. And then this writing super sentences one. This is some basic grammar review that you might say, oh, Jill, this is too easy. Which if it is, that's okay. You can just let me know. And there's also an answer sheet. So just don't look at that until you've done it. Now, the last thing is...
Am I sideways?
Yes, you are, Adeline. I don't know what's going on with you. So this is your chance to write a story. It's story time.
Yes.
So it's called The Moving Statue.
Ooh.
So it's write a story about what happens when the statue comes to life. Ooh. And there's a little note about the purpose of the exercise. So I want you to use everything that we learned today. Let's see. Oh, yes. And
Where are the lines?
I didn't include any lines, so just use some lined paper on your own. And then next week, I'll include the lines. Did you like when I included the lines before, Adeline?
Yeah. And
okay.
For the writing super sentences.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
So, what does the Batman's has black boots?
Yeah, so all it's asking for you to do, which is pretty easy for you guys, I'm sure, is just to use a capital letter and a full stop.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Oh, it says another creating a character at the very back.
Right, so what I want you to do with that one is
create another character.
Yeah, to use in your story.
Which story?
The moving statue story. So the character that you create could either be the statue itself, or it could be someone who finds the moving statue. It kind of depends on what you want your story to be about.
For the statue, can it be a pet?
Yeah, it could be whatever you want.
Oh,
so I would say if you do like a horse statue, for instance, then I would recommend for your creating a character, you describe the character who is interacting with the horse statue.
I have spirit writing for right behind.
I know. You